of these news stories, so I'm going to go in on a couple of these news stories. I know you've been seeing me all over the shorts, and we're kind of like prioritizing shorts right now because that seems to be where most of the views is coming from, and I just got to do what you guys come for. Nobody's really trying to get an hour long of news every day. Everybody wants to just get the headlines and feel like they know something, so I just became the place you come to get the headlines and feel like you know something. We have a few different news stories we're going to be covering today. We'll also be going through trending topics all over the internet. And if you're watching this, also know we run a podcast you can find on the YouTube Music app. So this will be up on the podcast, possibly during the live stream. I don't even know if that's possible. Can you have a live podcast on YouTube? That would be cool. That would be awesome. But that would also be scary and terrifying. Like, I don't even know what to think. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know who I am. Who are you? Who are you? How did you get here today? Oh, no, 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 no. It's like they ain't giving us no traction at all today, which is odd. Very, 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 very odd. Drop it like it's odd. Drop it like it's odd. I just want to make sure we is indeed live. Because, like, that ain't making a lot of sense. Not making a lot of sense. Like, it just don't look like we're live. And I guess that's just messing up the content. So we're going to get into it. While I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Fat Joe is on his own. He is crashing out. All over and over and over again. Remember a few months ago, Fat Joe was trying to tell you he invented hip-hop? Well, now Fat Joe is like working with Trump directly. So for all the people that Fat Joe was telling you was a bad person if you like Trump or whatever, obviously he likes Trump. Obviously he likes Trump. And what are they saying? The Shade Room, TSR, Politics, something latest. We're going to read what they say. Make It Rain caption just stepped into day 179 of the golden age. And they showing stuff is down. You know, there be spikes up and down, left and right. Up, down, left, right, like we getting a jetpack or whatever. They talk about the Trump coin and all that. It's a little bit crazy. A bunch of, what are them joints called? Executive orders, executive actions being signed in real time, all day, every day, by myself. Know what I mean? Hey, don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me. I'm just trying to figure out how I see any of this. How I see any of this. I can't find it. At least you guys can find it. I better be somewhere like where I'm supposed to be at. Because if I'm not where I'm supposed to be at, that's just going to make this all bad. Everything that I've been doing is all bad. So we went over that. You know, Fat Joe, he said he was to crash out, but I really wanted to go on this story, right? Because this dude right here, look at him, right? They said a funeral home director accused of giving dirt instead of baby's ashes. And he's now facing felony SA crimes. And they're saying, we're going to listen to the story.
Actor, once accused of giving a couple dirt instead of their child's ashes, is now under arrest for something totally different.
He's accused of trafficking and possessing child pornography. And Channel 2's Michael Seiden has followed this investigation.
That's crazy, right? That's crazy. That weird dude right there. Him.
For more than a year, and found out this arrest caught people by surprise.
He's the former funeral director accused of giving dirt to a grieving couple instead of their baby's ashes. 55-year-old Stanley Henderson of Stan Henderson and Sons Mortuary.
I'm blessed as always. But right now we dealing with this dude doing some weird stuff.
Now under arrest and facing multiple felonies, including possession of child pornography and sex trafficking. Henderson's arrest.
That is creepy. That is creepy. They said his name, Henderson. We're going to get the full details in a little bit.
Atlanta-based lawyers tipped off police in Adel, Georgia, which is about 200 miles south of Atlanta, that he was continuing to do business without a license. Henderson posted this photo of the Adel funeral.
So you also had an illegal funeral home? How do you have an illegal funeral home? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Where did you get an illegal funeral home from, my
On his
guy?
Facebook page, and when investigators searched it, they say they discovered computers and a cell phone containing several pornographic photos and videos of an underage boy.
This former funeral director, once accused of giving a couple dirt instead of their child's ashes, is now under arrest for something totally different.
So hold on, is that like a rerun?
He's accused of trafficking and possessing child pornography.
Yeah, they just rerunning the story again at this point. And then it's his mugshot. So we just know his name's Henderson. They didn't really put that much in here. It just says swipe left. Like what? Well, this is why I don't like going on Instagram. This is why I like going on Instagram. You don't really get much over on this one. As you guys know, Shannon Sharp beat his lawsuit today. So Shannon Sharp is out here beating his lawsuit left and right. And he ain't caught up no more. So if you don't know that, we're gonna get into some of these details. And I guess I just accidentally
a few years ago.
I'm trying to figure this out. My bad. My phone did the wrong thing. And when my phone does the wrong thing, I gotta do the right thing and talk, right? Okay, so they say on April 20th, 2025, the Busby law firm filed a complaint in Nevada, making several allegations against Shannon Sharp on behalf of our client. Both sides acknowledged a long-term consensual and tumultuous, I don't even know what this word saying, relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I am pleasure to announce that we have reached. Oh, so he paid her. He paid her. But he was already giving her money. Talking about each sheet was worth like $5,000 or something. Like, this story was crazy, guys. This story was like, indeed, crazy. Like, nonstop craziness. Okay? They said they settled out or whatever. So she got less than $50 million. Now, she only wanted $5 million a buck sheet, I think. Ain't that what she said? Let's see what these text messages say. I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and yank me with it while you're effing me. Gabriel Zona said in a text message to Shannon Sharp, October 7th, 2023. I know you miss this big juicy butt. $25,000 a cheek. Oh, so it's only $50,000. So she knew her butt was worth $50,000, but now she's trying to get what? Did she spend $50,000 on a BBL? We need more details. And this is a lot to the text messages or whatever. Well, Shannon Sharp came on top of this lawsuit or whatever, and he also came on top of that Snow Bunny, and that's why he got caught up. What they got going on over here? I know you guys probably already heard Barack Obama and his wife, Michelle, are not broke up, allegedly, or something.
Not just exposure to one guy.
Oh, hold on. Barack Obama says boys need more queer role models while revealing gay college professor influenced him during young adulthood. Michelle Obama agrees and suggests parents urge boys to seek interest other than sports. But why do you need... I just don't understand. I don't understand why that's a necessity. That's a necessity. I feel like my kids need people around that they don't know what they're into. You know what I mean? Like, that's a little creepy. That's a little creepy. That's a little creepy. What else we got on here? Yo, she look crazy. Mama 7 accused of offering man on Snapchat to essay her infant daughter for $400. I knew there was something wrong with her. Look at her. Look at her. I seen this.
I'm saying this, but a 32-year-old Indianapolis woman is at the center of a deeply disturbing criminal case after being accused of attempting to sex traffic her own child, an infant, in exchange for...
That is crazy. That's crazy.
Okay? This is an allegation that that sparked a multi-agency investigation involving the FBI and experts in China.
I can't listen to this. That's making me irritated. I can't. I'm sorry, guys. But I got like a limit. Oh, there's another dude saying Diddy touched him. DJ Nuff says Diddy took credit for his work on Biggie's Diamond album, calls royalty checks unfair.
Puff's name has been mentioned in infamy since the beginning. Immediately, his name was associated with the deaths of several people.
Well, he was in infamy because he was ripping everybody off. And if you chose to do business with Puff like after the 90s, that's kind of like a you problem.
Who lost their lives at City College that day. It's like from the beginning of his career, he can't seem to escape controversy. He's just one of those dudes that trouble fucking finds him. Like trouble finds Diddy, nigga.
Yeah.
But finish what you were saying. So your relationship with him was love and hate.
Yeah, so I
And what's they about to be talking about? What you think they talking about, guys?
say love because what he stood for and then I guess what he was representing, right? And I got to see the birth of Bad Boy and I was a part of it and it just felt wonderful.
Right.
But then it was just like the hate part because it was like I worked so hard on my craft to be a producer.
So you hate everybody, bro? You really hating on everybody. You really going crazy.
And now you want to take all my credit for the shit that I did? You know, it hurt.
And this is when we get up off this song, because I don't want to play too much of the podcast you did, because you already over here crying and complaining. It's all about, everybody is taking from me. Everybody is taking from you. You chose to work with Diddy. You chose to work with Diddy. You say this is hot or not. Halle Berry. I didn't realize I couldn't say Halle Berry. Halle Berry. There's no Halle Berry's old as some of y'all grandmas. What is this on?
Some stuff. I don't know how she kept it together on Love Island. Olandria had it hard since the beginning because her mom was a teen.
Oh, it says Love Island star Orlando's mom goes off on genealogists for sharing details about the family's past. Oh, so did she find out her dad's not her dad or something? That's scary.
Mom who had to drop out of high school to raise her. But that's just the tip of the iceberg because her dad ended up robbing a bank and going to jail when Olandria was only 2 years old and didn't get out until she was 15. So Felicia had to raise Olandria and her two siblings.
Yeah, but what are we about to find out? You said about the genealogy. Genealogy?
On her own. And Felicia's a damn good mother because the principal was bragging about how exceptional Olandria was. But not only that, Olandria was working while in school, y'all, 20 hours a week, and she was in the National Honor Society, National English Honor Society, and more. She finished with a 3.9 GPA and got accepted to Tuskegee University. She was the first in her.
I don't know, though. Now, I'd be sketched out if I heard, because everybody know about the Tuskegee experiment. So, like, I want to go to the Tuskegee University. Like, that just sounds like they about to do something to you.
Immediate family to go to college. And I say immediate because Olandria's uncle, Hosley Leon Jackson, this is Felicia's father's brother, graduated from Calhoun Community College. Felicia was born to Matthew and Catherine Jackson, so this is Olandria's grandfather. And Matthew Jackson was born to Jesse Jackson. Olandria been through something.
Oh, is there more to this?
More. These are Olandria's great-grandparents. Here's Susie and her siblings. Susie's father, Olandria's second great-grandfather, served in World War I. But something that really got me when I was looking at a...
Hold on, what are we about to find out? What are we about to find out? Are you exposing what she's mad about people exposing? Are you an exposer?
Olandria's tree are her four great-grandparents, Alan McLean and Sarah Henry. So Sarah was born in Virginia, and what this tells me is that her family was sold downriver, as we call it, in the intra-America slave trailer tiers, and she probably was a fancy girl. I barely scratched the
What's a fancy girl mean, though?
surface with this woman and everything she's been through and everything her family's been through and how strong she is despite all of these circumstances. This is their church. Their family is God-fearing and they keep God close and God first.
We gonna get about this. We gonna see what the Shade Room talking about today, and I'm gonna take y'all into Google Trends because, like, Google Trends do some stuff. Says the Philadelphia Eagles received their Super Bowl championship rings. Why it took so long to give them their rings, though? They should have gave them their rings a long time ago. TSR Fitness. I feel like I should be working out, not live streaming now. What's this one talking about? A shady species. Not your mom. What? What is it?
Where's your mother? Go home now. Stop following.
Well, they ducks, so they gonna do what they do, bro. They got going on ass. See, with a lot of these gossip blogs, I was gonna say gossip. A lot of these ones is thirst traps. Let's see. It's probably the thirst traps getting the most views or whatever. 800. Maybe not. Maybe not. This one right here got 40-something thousand. This one right here got 30. No, I thought the Shade Room was thirst traps. Maybe the Shade Room ain't just thirst traps. I don't know. But it's the internet, guys. We gonna keep internet. Let me get this privacy screen up, so you guys don't see what we about to do. So you guys don't see what we about to do, because I'm about to go into my Google Trans. Google Trans. And we're also going to bring Grok on and ask Grok how he feel about the news with Google Trans. So we took the screensaver off. The screensaver is now disengaged. So Dustin Poirier from results in the UFC 318. So it's probably a UFC fighter. I don't know about the UFC fighters. It seems a little sus to me when you rolling on the mat with other dudes. You know what I mean? See, it's another thing talking about Inter Miami versus the NY Red Bulls. Leon. Michael Jackson is trending. Why is Michael Jackson trending? Oh, there's a boxer named Michael Jackson. I mean, UFC dude. See, it's a good tell. I ain't got a problem with boxing. Everything's UFC right now. Marcus. It's basketball. USYK is more that. It's a deodorant recall. It's a deodorant recall. But you guys don't even wear deodorant, so you don't need to know about that. If you wear deodorant, I'm about to let you know what deodorant is recalled. The FDA recalls more than 67,000 cases, not sticks, cases of deodorant. And various Power Stick deodorants have been recalled. Those are dollar store deodorants. If you wear a Power Stick, it probably is a recall. The recall is the least of your concerns. Somebody else getting into a fight. More fighting. More fighting. The Last of Us. The Last of Us Season 3. If you into that, it looks like Season 3 is back around. We got Atlas. That's soccer. I'm about to say football. Am I becoming a foreigner now? More about the UFC. Daniel Rogers. Kevin Holland lays out an ambitious plan for more UFC. Everything's about UFC tonight. UFC. I'll tackle. That just looks creepy. That's the one that like all them dudes that's on that list is UFC. Soccer. UFC, MRI accident. I forgot about this MRI accident. This was something I did want to bring up on the show. See, that's why I'm glad we're going through all these different trending things. This is from Nassau County. Woman recalls harrowing experience of her husband being pulled into an MRI machine. Why would they even pull you into an MRI machine? Nassau County woman is recalling the harrowing experience her husband her husband being pulled into an MRI machine on Wednesday. Keith McAllister, 61, was critically injured when he was pulled into the machine by his necklace and later died from injuries, according to Nassau County Police. Wow. An incident happened Wednesday afternoon at Nassau County Open MRI in Westbury, Long Island. So it was up New York. Okay. Jones McAllister says she saw her husband, Adrian, walk towards the table and saw the machine scratch him. He went limp in my arms, and this is just plastering in my brain. She said Jones McAllister said she had an MRI on her knee and needed help getting up. She asked the technician to get her husband to help her off the table. The technician went to go get her husband and allowed him into the room, despite the fact he was wearing his 20-pound necklace that Jones McAllister said he uses for weight training. She said this was not the first time her husband had been to the Nassau Open MRI, and he had worn his chain in there before. That was not the first time that the guy had seen the chain. They had a conversation about it before. Jones McAllister said he suffered a severe heart attack following the incident later. He later died. Well, we're going to have to sad, guys. Life is sad, though, you know. And they got more of this Pitbull Cruz fight. We'll check the second page. Well, no, we're going to look at the past week. Because we haven't been back here since last week. Andy Byron. That's the dude that was cheating on his wife at the Coldplay concert. You ain't know about the dude cheating on his wife at the Coldplay concert? UFC 318. That's all we've been hearing about. Now, the British Open started this week, so if you like playing golf or whatever, if you want that Happy Gilmore time, that Happy Gilmore time is on you. Untamed review of Netflix Park. National Park prequel from Netflix. So, if you into whatever. Oh, Chronicle Ventures Infrastructure. Here's what to know about Chronicle Ventures Infrastructure. Trump diagnosed with Chronicle Ventures. Okay, so they saying Trump got some. Stephen Colbert. We did a short on that. We don't need to go into depth about Stephen Colbert not being fired. But if you came here from watching Stephen Colbert, just let us know. Amy Bradley. Why does this sound familiar? Parents believe daughter who vanished from a cruise ship 27 years ago is still alive. So did she run away from y'all? How crazy are y'all that your daughter's been running away from you guys for 27 years? Connie Francis, who Bella, rest in peace, Connie. Rest in peace, Connie. The summer I turned pretty. Well, this summer I turned ugly, and I'll be turning uglier every summer because I mean old. Super, super duper old. Summer I turned pretty season 3. Okay. Jennifer Love Hewitt was in the news. Why was Jennifer Love Hewitt in the news? Jennifer Love Hewitt says she was never insecure until she was shamed for these 2007 photos. Well, why would you be ashamed of something that happened about 20 years ago? You're simple. Yankees versus the Braves. So the Yankees was going back and forth with the Braves probably all week. That hit trending. That's rare because there's a lot of games going on a regular basis. Superman is doing good in the box office. So everybody hating on Superman, I guess you need to reevaluate your principles or whatever and stop trying to make movies into real life. They call that schizophrenia. Yeah, if you watch a movie and you see what's going on in real life and you think like the movie's like telling you secret messages about real life, I think they call that schizophrenia. So if you had a problem with Superman, obviously the box numbers dictate otherwise. Oh, this is soccer more soccer. It looks like, oh no, this looks like an astronaut. Some astronaut dude. I can't say his name. Felix. I don't know his last name. Witness to the Felix. Something happened up in space, and I ain't even gonna talk about that because we trying to stay away from sensitive subjects on here. I know what she did 2025. Jennifer Love Hewitt. Oh yeah. Shane Gillis. He was at the ESPN Awards, like just cutting up. I don't want to play nothing from there because you know, copyright, how they be complaining and everything. Ellis Hewitt. So that's some more stuff probably about the Jennifer Love Hewitt type thing. We got a breaking alert from Lansing County. An active shooting in what appears to be somewhere in Michigan. If you guys want to hear about this, and this is a good thing about doing a live stream.
Battalion 41. Show me clear return.
Oh, they got a Mortal Kombat 2 movie finally coming out. We got this breaking news because there's a shooting in Lansing County, Michigan. And on top of that, I want to open up the lines, guys. We're going to open up the lines. So you guys want to call in? It might be time to call in.
For units on Rosedale 2677. 2677 is going to be your phone number.
Yeah, you guys can call in now. If you guys ready to call in, you can call in. What's it say? Tomorrowland. What's going on in Tomorrowland? Belgium's Tomorrowland saved by Metallica after fireworks destroyed. Okay, I thought there was something going on in Disney World. We got the Red Sox versus the Cubs and Brewers versus the Dodgers. So there's a lot of stuff that happened on this week in the news. I caught you up on most of it. Like I said, I don't want to really talk on sensitive topics because I realize how sensitive topics do.
456.
But there's 829 people listening to the Lansing County. It don't seem like we're getting too much from there. So I want to see Chicago. We want to listen to Chicago's little thing. Chicago area railroad, Chicago South. Yeah, they said the South Side. Oh no, they said that joint's down. They said the South Side of Chicago's crazy. Maybe that's why that joint's offline. Chicago Fire, Chicago Department 13. Out knowing Chicago's department, citywide dispatch shows. That's offline. So does Chicago not let you listen to their radios? That's crazy. About to listen to the apartment. It's looking like Zone 3 in Chicago. And it's seeming pretty down. So we're going to look for something else. Oh, these are literally the newest. No, we don't want to browse by newest. We're going to go popular. Indianapolis. Active shooting. You guys are going down right now. You guys are going down out there right now. You know what?
Can you stand by for a second? Tower 3.
I'm honestly debating on if I want to go live tonight or not. Anyway, I'm glad I went live. I'm glad we added something to the podcast. But I don't want to just consume you guys' time. If you happen to view this on the playlist, maybe go back and watch the playlist. Because, like, I'm trying to be more focused, evergreenish with this content. That's why we're trying to stay away from sensitive topics. Anything more than like celeb gossip type stuff or whatever. No, a little bit of politics here and there because politics makes the world go round. But I'll see you guys around next time. Peace.